So this is a 2001 Honda Civic, and I am Jim, and I'm going to be your tour guide. And alright, so I previously posted another video on how to repair a broken trunk and gas latch. Now, I originally was thinking I was going to use a cable stay, which is a round cylindrical deal like you'd find on a bicycle brake. The cable goes through it. You have a screw that comes in on the side. I actually opted to go and use the bolt method that I was originally thinking as well, but in doing that I routed the cable around, and when you do that, start from the bottom and go up and around and then back out to the outer side of the holder, which will then put you in between the washer on your bolt. And the reason for that is because if you go from the top around to the bottom, it is going to put more tension on that cable, which is definitely going to make it snap sooner. And there we go, now I have focus. So what I used for this is and that's just a little extra protection to keep the cable from kinking, was I used a flanged pen. This pen actually gets a little bit larger at the top. I cut it off, and then if you notice, I ground a little bit, there it is. I ground a little bit off using my grinding wheel, so that when this comes around, it doesn't make contact with the plastic sheathing. However, that keeps that cable from kinking. I also took the spring from inside the pen, put it around that cable, and that'll also just give it a little bit of extra protection while it's outside of the shroud. Now, I mean, this actually worked great. If you have any question on what I did here, this is a cable fix. This is the original cable stop shroud for basically what was on the cable. Refer to my other picture on how to, or my other video on how to repair trunk gas latch, and you'll see what I did there. This works out really good. One other thing that I didn't mention in my previous video is how I cut the sheathing off, being the sheathing that's around the cable right here. I actually used a cutter like this and just slowly clipped around the edge of the cable just a little bit, because there is wire braiding in there. I mean, you can cut most of it off with a razor blade if you want, but a side cutters will work fine. Just make sure you do not nick your cable. That's the tricky part. Cut off less, take a vice grips or whatever and twist around the part that you would cut off until it's freed up. And basically, I didn't get all the way through the metal either. I just got close and then twisted it around until it came free, and then twisted it the opposite way to take any of the metal strands that are frayed and release them from away from the internal cable. Yeah, it actually works really good. Now I'm just going to reinstall it, and yeah, so anybody can do this. Just a matter of I guess thinking outside of the box and not living in one, and then yeah, should be good to go. So good luck.